The next thing you want to do is see how the document looks like when you print it. So that's actually very important, even if you do not print. And for that reason, I bring the button here in the quick access toolbar, so I just check the print preview. If you don't like to have it here, you can go File Print, and it will be the same. So let's go to the print preview and see how it looks. As you can see, it goes on 2 pages, and that's not so nice. I want to arrange all these things at the same time for September and showing formulas. Although, let's actually check the September for a moment and maybe put it, instead of portrait, we can make it landscape. It's still on 2 pages, so maybe I can go to show the margins from right here, and I can adjust the margins a bit. You can always keep your comments in your files. That's actually very useful, and put notes to help you. Now that's the same trick for showing formulas here. I go to print preview and I want to make it to landscape, so it shows like that. I want to adjust. You see how I have the margins now? Again, this little button here, and here those columns can be adjusted right from here. Yeah, that's not really important because that's in the showing formulas, and if you don't show them and if I adjust here, it will probably look weird. But let's just go ahead for the sake of the example and just adjust all the columns. And you see how the wrapping works. It's pretty cool. Let's see, we have a lot of information on the second page of this. Okay, maybe it's too much. I can just leave it as it is. It's in showing formulas anyway. Okay, so what we want to do next would be to have at the top some information. So that's called the header, and you can go to page setup from here, or you can also go to the page layout in the ribbon and you have all these in one place. So that's the orientation we worked with, the landscape, and you have the margins. You can adjust the margins quickly. For example, sometimes you might choose narrow, to fit the information. And you can also fit it from here. I can say I want to scale it so it fits on one page in width, but you have to be careful with that. It should be readable, so if the text is too small, then that's not a good idea. You might rather have more pages than have text that you cannot read. So let's go here to, you can launch all these options if you go to, that's called the launcher arrow. So I go to the page setup launcher to have the dialog box, and from here you can go to the header and custom header. So that's something that will go at the top, and we can include there we have all these options and you can hover over them. But I want to show you actually another way to do it, which I prefer. You see how we have the normal view? We also have the page layout view. And in the page layout view, you can just go to the header on top, and you have the buttons right here. So say we want to put, I don't know, we want to put maybe the student name. So I put my student name here, and then I want to put these things. So this is showing formulas in September. I don't want to type it. Those are, remember, sheets, so I can just use sheet name. They are also called tabs, so you might find tab name. You see here, that's some piece of code. So if you click out of it, okay, so if I change, for example, showing formulas into formulas, then it changes here, okay? And here maybe you want to put the file name. So let's see it. If you lost it, it means you have to click again the button, and I can click on the file name. Okay, and that's book one. Doesn't sound so cool. So be sure you always save, and you go save, and you save in the location that you want. But I want to show you something else. If you go file options, in the file options there should be a save here, and I like to have automatic saving every 10 minutes, so you can choose this. Okay, so let's go ahead and save the file. I can use save as, and I can browse to the location I want, and I want to create a folder here. So say put a folder Excel, and I can give it a name, introduction, and I can save it. And now you can see how the file is saved right there. So let's take a look. This is the showing formulas page. Again, it doesn't look so cool, so you can always adjust it so it looks okay. Okay, cool, now it looks better. And let me show you something else. Actually needed to do this header thing. If you want to do it for all your sheets at the same time, all you have to do is select them all. So I click, for example, the first one, hold down Control. If you have menu, you can hold down Shift and click on the last one. But now I just hold down Control, and what happens, they are grouped. So if we go to page layout, or if we go here, and they're still grouped, and I go to the header, so say I put now in the header something else. For example, I put, I don't know, the current date, just to see how it works. And here I put the sheet name. And now if I click on formulas, you see, it actually changed for formulas too. So that's pretty cool. You don't have to work much, you just have to know how to do it in less steps.